Hi guys, it's Lucy, and today I'm going to be doing my mid-year goals check-in. So I've seen a couple of people do this kind of video this way. I'm going to go back to the videos that I uploaded at the beginning of this year and the end of last year and see how I'm doing on the goals that I set for myself. So the first video I'm going to do is actually my 2018 TBR. Every year I set out a TBR of like 10 or 12 books. I don't remember how many books this one is. And the intention of the TBR is for me to try and read all those books by the end of the year. They're all books that I have had on my TBR for quite a while, or I've just really been wanting to get to, but for whatever reason I haven't. So the TBR is kind of like a push. I have my computer here, right here, for me to watch the videos. And hopefully future editing me has figured out how to insert the videos into this video so that you can also see what I'm watching. Hi guys, it's Lucy, and today I'm going to be doing my 2018 TBR. I've done this for the past couple of years, where basically I make a list of books that I would like to read in the coming year. This past year's TBR did not go as well as we had hoped, but I'll talk a little bit more about that in my bookish stats video for 2017. I don't remember what I read last year. 2018 is a new year, and I believe in myself. So here are 12 books that I am going to try and read during the year of 2018. First, we have Brown Girl Dreaming by Jacqueline Woodson. I have not read this yet. I forgot that this was on this TBR, actually. I don't think I own it, so I have to get my hands on it, which I didn't really think about. And I'm like kind of on a book buying ban since I'm moving, and it doesn't really make sense to buy more books when I am sending all my books to where I'm moving. No. The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. This is the first book in the Raven Cycle Quartet, and the Raven Boys, I sent it to Atlanta to my new house, so I will have it. I do really need to read this. The issue that I'm having with reading it is that I really want to have the rest of the series like on standby in case I love it, which a lot of people do, and I've heard that it's really hard to get back into the series once you've started reading it. Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. I read the... So, I have not read this yet either, but I own it. I bought it. Did I? I think I bought it by the time I filmed this video. If I Was Your Girl by Meredith Russo. I own this as well. I haven't read it yet either. I'm clearly not doing well. How many books is that? We're at 4 for 0 for 4 right now. The Fifth Season by N.K. Jemisin. You know, we're 0 for 5 now. I haven't read it yet. This is going to be a little more complex to read because I've heard that it takes so much out of you to read it. And like you really need to be in the zone. And I don't know when I'm going to be in the zone. I own an ebook copy, so I can read it whenever I decide to. Castle in the Air by Diana Wynne Jones. Finally, a book I've read. I've read 1 out of 6 books so far. It was good. I'm glad I read it because I've been wanting to read it, but I don't know if I'm going to read the 3rd book. I probably will, but it left me with like a meh. So, The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. I read it. It was good. I gave it 5 stars. Another one that I've read. Purple Hibiscus by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. Another one I haven't read. How many have I read? I've read 2 books out of, what is this, 8? I'll go back and count at the end. I've read 2 books so far. This one I haven't read. I should read. I forgot that this was on this list, so. The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. This was good. I read it. It was good. I enjoyed it. I listened to the audiobook, which I do recommend. I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings by Maya Angelou. A great book. I loved it. I read it. This is number 4. 4? 5? 4? I don't remember. I lost count. I'll count after. But I read it, so, and it was great. I really recommend it if you haven't already read it. And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie. Yeah, so this one I switched with Murder on the Orient Express because the point of this book was really to read an Agatha Christie novel, and I would have been okay with either of them, honestly. And even in the video I mentioned, I didn't even know what it was about. I was like, is this the train one? Murder on the Orient Express is the train one, in case you were wondering. And I liked that. It was good. So I'm counting this one as read because the point was to read an Agatha Christie novel. It didn't really matter which one, but I just chose And Then There Were None. But Murder on the Orient Express is what I got the audiobook for, so. And last but not least, we have Bad Feminist by Roxane Gay. So Bad Feminist, once again, I haven't read it, but I have been thinking about this recently because I do want to read it. I feel like this when I get settled into my new home. That's scary. This might be one of the first books I buy just as like a little reward for myself. Yeah, but mostly what was keeping me from reading is I wanted to read the physical copy that I owned because I wanted to be part of my collection, but I haven't bought it yet because of my book magnet. Those are all the books that are part of my 2018 goals. So now we're gonna go on to my like just general booktube and reading goals for 2018. Hi guys, it's Lucy, and today I'm going to be doing my bookish resolutions for the year of 2017. Every year I like to do some New Year's resolutions, and so today I'm going to talk about the ones that have to do with books and my reading and my booktube channel. So first let's talk about like my one booktube resolution, I guess, and that is to make less videos, but I'm not sure how to go about this really. So like at the beginning of Lucy Reads, I made a video about why I ended up taking a break from booktube. When I said at the beginning of Lucy Reads, I was like, why did I refer to my channel that way? But I was talking about like my 12 days of Lucy Reads, which is like a series I do at the end of the year. I'll link last year's down below in case you're interested. This was part of it, maybe, or maybe, I don't know. The goal was to make less videos, and I'm actually succeeding. Not in the way that I thought I would be, because my goal was to just basically make one video a week, which was down from my usual 2 videos a week. I don't know if you noticed, but last year's and the years before, I was always aiming for 2 videos a week. Sometimes I didn't get there, but that was usually the goal. Now my goal is 1 video a week, which I am actually a little behind on even that. So, which I'm not mad about, because like I said, my goal is to make less videos. Even though the YouTube algorithm supposedly favors more videos a week, I have found even now that me posting less videos has favored my channel more. I've noticed my numbers have grown, not by a lot, but this year I am setting my Goodreads goal at 65 books. This is the same number I set it at for 2017. 65 books, I'm over halfway there. I'm actually 3 books ahead of my Goodreads goal, so I'm good on that. This year, for the 2nd year in a row, I'm setting a goal to read 12 books by Black authors. That's 1 book a month. Last year I didn't quite get there. I forgot that this was a challenge, so I'm gonna be right back and check how many books I've read by Black authors, and I'll let you know. So far I've read 8 books by Black authors this year, so I am ahead of the game this year. Last year I think I was exactly on track, and then I ended up falling behind. So right now I'm ahead. Hopefully I'll keep that momentum. Next, I will try to read 12 books from the Read Harder Challenge, which is put on by Book Riot. I forgot that I was doing the Read Harder Challenge at all. I have a place in my bullet journal for it, but I don't know when I updated it. Okay, for the Read Harder Challenge, I have my bullet journal spread open that I completely forgot about, I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't really doing this challenge or goal too hard, that's why it was only 12 books instead of the full 24, but let's just go through them. So I have done 7, so I'm exactly on track actually. So that's good. The ones I've completed are a classic of genre fiction, which is Murder on the Orient Express, a children's classic published before 1980, which was A Wrinkle in Time, a celebrity memoir, which was Bossy Pants by Tina Fey, a one-sitting book, which was The Witch Doesn't Burn in This One by Amanda Lovelace, I don't remember. A sci-fi novel with a female protagonist by a female author. This was Binti by Nnedi Okorafor, a comic that isn't published by Marvel, DC, or Image, which is Adulthood is a Myth, which I think I might switch and have that as a comic written and illustrated by the same person. And the last one is an essay anthology, which was Men Explain Things to Me. So I have 8 more to go. 7 plus 8 is... I have 5 more to go. I really can't count. It's a good thing I'm watching this video because I honestly legitimately forgot that I was doing this challenge. I want to reread 6 books. Yeah, I've reread 1 book. It was Gemini by J. Kristoff and Amy Kaufman, so I'm super behind on this challenge. I should have reread 3 books by now. Another goal I always have is to read 6 classics. Okay. I don't think I've read a single classic, which is terrible. So I defined a classic as any book that was published before 1950, and according to my spreadsheet, I have read 1 book that was published in the 30s. I don't know what that was. So yeah, I actually read 2 books that were published in the 60s because I used to use audiobooks to read my classics, but then I started to actively use my library audiobooks. So those are usually newer copies. That's what I'm looking for. So I kind of put like classics on the back burner, but I really got to get back into that. My last 3 goals have to do with my TBR, my physical TBR, and my ebook TBR, not my Goodreads TBR. As you can see, this whole shelf behind me, I don't know if you can see that actually, but it is TBR books. I actually made myself a TBR shelf. I did. It is now destroyed. Last year I said I was trying to get my TBR shelf down to 10, and that was an epic fail. So I'm trying to get my physical TBR down to 20 books. Not doing well on that. Not doing well at all. So my goals are to get my ebook TBR down to 25 books. I currently have 37 unread ebooks. My ebook TBR is not down at all. Okay, so that's the end of the video. My ebook and physical TBR is definitely the worst part of my goals. I'm not accomplishing them at all, so the second half of the year I really have to buckle down. My phone is about to run out of room for this video, so thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. In the comments down below, let me know how you're doing on your goals. And if you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe to my channel because I make more videos where I talk about books. And also click the notification bell so you can get notified every time I post a video. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.